From our studio in Abuja, I am Femi Akonde. This is Politics on Sunday. Well, let's begin with some breaking news now coming from the National Assembly, where the leadership of the 10th Assembly is currently in a meeting with the Tripartite Committee on National Minimum Wage. Parliament's intervention is with a view to stopping organized labor's planned nationwide strike, slated to begin on June 3rd. At the meeting with organized labor, the private sector and representatives of government, the organized labor expressed commitment with the government to avoid a national industrial action that will impact negatively on the populace and the economy. At the brief opening session, the leadership of the National Assembly appealed to all parties to be open-minded and put the nation and its people first. The meeting now goes on behind closed doors. Well, we'll continue to bring updates of this as it unfolds. I would also establish contact with our correspondent, Joke Adisa, who is at that meeting and will bring us updates on the resolutions reached. Well, if this meeting between the National Assembly's leadership and organized private sector and the labor union fails in less than 12 hours, the country will experience a nationwide shutdown imposed by the Nigerian Labour Congress. That's after failing to reach a consensus with the federal government in the negotiations for a new minimum wage. Already, unions affiliated with the NLC have given directives to their members to down tools on Monday in protest against the perceived reluctance of the federal government to grant the 494,000 naira monthly minimum wage for workers. But the federal government had proposed a 60,000 naira monthly minimum wage offer, which will be a 100% increase from the current 30,000 naira. The federal government is in a race against time to prevent an economic lockdown that will lead to huge loss of revenue at a time the country desperately needs all the money it could get to run the affairs of state. The federal government says a 494,000 naira minimum wage increase amounts to 9.5 trillion naira annually, which is about 40% of the country's annual budget. And it is also a 1,547% increase. If this planned strike is not averted, commercial banks will not open its doors to customers. Aviation workers will not report to their duty post, leading to flight cancellations. Electricity employees will also down tools and cause a nationwide blackout. The Nigerian Railway will also not provide rail transport service, as the tracks will be idle without coaches running on them. Healthcare services may also be epileptic at government-owned hospitals. Petroleum and natural gas workers will not lift products for distribution across the country. There will be a scarcity of petrol. The entire civil service will be locked out of their offices on Monday. This will be the reality the country may wake up to if this strike is not averted. Well, there's already desperate last-minute efforts by the federal government to make the NLC budge in this decision to call an indefinite strike.